Okay, best evil Superman type character. Who would win in a fight? Omni Man, Homelander, or evil Superman, like Injustice Superman or whatever.
What about Zack Snyder's Superman?
We're not talking about him.
That's evil Superman, though.
It's
Well,
all
yeah,
they're all evil.
they're all evil, apparently. Um, who do you think is the most evil though in the first? I mean, I'd say maybe
Homelander,
Homelander,
yeah.
yeah, because Omni Man, I feel like he's just set in his ways, and Superman, I guess you can say like something tragic could turn someone like that. Homelander is just terrible.
Yeah,
um,
he's a jerk.
Now the weakest of the three is definitely Homelander. But if I had to say someone who has the edge, it's Omni Man.
Um, I think it's Superman
Hmm.
because Omni Man just has super strength and flies, right?
Yes, yes,
Superman has frost
and
breath.
speed as well. Yes.
Superman has frost breath and like the laser eyes,
Yeah, but I mean,
and
he has
he's
the same. I
strong,
mean,
and he can fly, and he's got
probably
super speed.
probably has the same durability as Superman though. So I mean, what does that even matter? Like,
But he can just freeze. He'd freeze him.
I don't think so. Well, here's because I mean, Omni Man, from what I understand, I'm not fully in fully knowledge of Omni Man as much as Superman, but Omni Man, I mean, he took out that one planet in like an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, as far as I know, Superman probably could do that. I've never seen him do it. Maybe he has, but I mean, he took out that planet within like minutes, more or less minutes. It just took him a week just to come back, to Earth, or less than, or maybe a bit like maybe a couple hours,
yeah.
and it was, it's just I don't know. I just think Omni Man has the edge over Superman. But again, I could be delusional. Who knows?
Uh, I think it's Superman.
Mhm.
I think. I
I
think.
ain't, I ain't
I
persuaded.
think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's still
It's X Men '97. We got a lot of Fantastic Four news. We got Joker 2 and Superman rumors and Suicide Squad Killer Justice League and much, much more this week on the Comic Book Burrito. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode. I am your host, Darien.
I'm your other host, Landon.
And today we got a plethora of stuff for you. We got Marvel, we got DC, and we got games. You name it, we got it. Let's talk, Landon. How have you been?
Allergies been killing me,
Oh, have,
dude. It is. I'm surprised. Like if you see me on streams, because I had my camera on stream the other day, because my eyes are,
oh, for
and
most of it.
even
For most of the stream.
until my eyes got really red from crying.
And then you fit them on.
They come. I'm like, well, this is gonna be the money shot, I guess. Me bawling. But no, I don't know. This pollen out here is killing me. It's killing me. But I've been doing okay. No, nothing crazy. I played
What
Marvel's.
were you? Hold on, I can't remember what you were crying about.
It was Barrett and Dine.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I thought, for some reason, thinking Tifa. That was the last one.
Yeah, I didn't tear up with that. I was just like, it was more or less shock. Like, oh my god. You can see me. You see on that stream, my eyes were like puffy. You can probably tell on here maybe. But I don't know, I haven't really done anything interesting. I played a bit of Suicide Squad on my own. I'm really not even. I don't really have any interest in playing the game right now. But I think it's not because it's like bad or anything. I'm trying to finish some back catalog while I'm not streaming another game I need to beat.
That's fair.
Like today I beat Crash Bandicoot for the first time ever, first game I ever
20 years
played.
old.
Yeah, yeah, I know, it took me 20 years. But I never beat it, and I literally just started a new save today and just beat it. It doesn't even take that long to beat. It's just so hard that I just give up on it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy. How about you? How have you been doing?
Um, I've been doing pretty good. You know, I've been playing Suicide Squad. I think I streamed Suicide Squad the other day. I don't remember what day it was. I did a Joker grind stream, and I went on there. I actually got the stuff that I wanted in the game. I got the polka
Joker's
dot man
great.
grenade and all the stuff. It was
Yeah.
fun. Had a lot of had a good time with that. But I mean, this week was a pretty big week, I guess, for me.
Hmm.
It was my birthday.
Oh yeah, I guess it
Yeah.
was. All right.
Buddy. Yeah. Turned I turned 20. That's what I
Yeah,
couldn't remember when I
yeah. 4 days ago. That's when you started.
yeah, on the 4th. So that was fun.
Yeah,
Appreciate the birthday wishes
yeah.
from everybody. Um,
What else did you just have a birthday?
have a birthday. Yeah.
Have one.
I was like, wow, okay. No
I
edit.
will have one.
No
Thank you.
edit. um, but yeah, uh, that was really it. I guess I did watch an episode of television. Um, and I think we'll get into that now.
I did
So
watch that too, didn't I?
yeah.
I kind of forgot about it.
So spoilers for episode 4 of X-Men 97, Motendo/Life Death Part 1. Um, thoughts going into.
Again, the show was on a great streak. Not that this one really like made it drop the ball or anything, but I was very high expectations for this, and plus, I don't know if this even did this in the original series. I don't remember shows having like kind of 2-in-1 type of episodes. I know they do. From my experience, it was it's either you did it or you didn't for your whole series. Like Spidey, like that little kid show, Spidey and his amazing friends or whatever. He like that's like a 2 episode each each thing, and I don't remember it. I don't know. I don't remember doing that. The original show doing like these 2 episodes in one type deals. But anyways, I was excited and I watched it and I was kind of like, I was like, it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it was. I definitely understood what you mean by like you need to watch this because I don't I got some. I don't know if I'm fully feeling it, and I was kind of disappointed because when I heard like, oh, they're doing like Motendo, I'm like, what's this about? It's like a 16-bit arcade.
Would you
I'm like,
recognize the game that they went into?
that was X-Men Arcade.
Yeah.
Yes, and I might hear that here
Okay.
soon. um, I don't know. That was. It's weird because I like that one. I think the other one was actually really good. The part one of it's really a filler, and that's what it is. And fillers are never really like the highest type of episodes. But how did you feel about it?
Um, I was excited going into it. I did say last week that the 3rd episode was my least favorite episode, but it was still good.
Mhm.
But I was excited for this one, the whole Motendo thing and all that.
Yeah,
Now it was okay. I have some issues with the facts that you introduced this whole plot line with Jean Grey and Cyclops, and they're like, she's back. That he's like, there's a relationship issue and um all this stuff, but then you don't follow that up in the next episode. And in fact, they make it even worse
they're
by
not even there.
saying they're out at some UN thing right now. They're not at the. I'm like, what do you mean? That's just like a weird way of writing them off. It feels like for right now. Like I just thought that was a little. I
It's
don't know. I thought that was
strange.
yeah. I thought it was a little weird. But the whole like 16-bit video game stuff that was fun.
I feel like it could have been better.
Jubilee meets her future self, who is voiced by the original voice actress of Jubilee from the '90s show.
It, I tell you what though, as much as like I have like issues, that was like the best part of the episode at the very end. And I got a little giggly as one calls it. And I turned to my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I'm like the biggest fan of Jubilee. But then like I turned to her, I was like, man,
Yeah.
Jubilee's bad. Like
Yeah.
she's so cool.
Um, careful with the light, by the way.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Knock it over. It's the first day we use it. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I would.
Hope y'all enjoy this, by the way.
Here, like, I'll put this up. So turn it. It's like crooked now.
Oh, better.
More. Okay. All right.
Sorry, technical
Don't hesitate.
difficulty. I didn't fix that.
That's why be better on the wall. Okay. Back into it now. All right. But yeah. So I so the whole Nintendo thing, it was fun. It's Jubilee's 18th birthday. Um, all that. There's there's a scene at the beginning that like with Magneto and Rogue and Gambit and he,
Man, it sounds like you want to be with Rogue.
I
If anything,
no,
it
I need
really
to see
bothers you.
Rogue and Gambit relationship preserved. That's like my favorite thing about the X-Men is them two.
Hmm.
And like now Magneto's over here and he's like he brought her a cup of coffee and she's like, "Oh, that's sweet, but Magneto already or our new boss already got us one." And he comes in and puts the sugar in there and stuff.
3.
And Gambit was like, "Oh, can you get me one?" He was like, "No." And then I was like I was like, "Oh."
I could be the master of this backhand. That's all.
I was like, "I hate this guy."
He's not even really doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah, but
this is no.
what's with everybody like? Excuse me. What's with everyone trying to sleep with each other in this show? It's so weird. I mean, not that it wasn't like that, but like every
Well,
time.
Forge and Storm in the second half, they're gonna be a thing.
Mhm.
Jubilee and Sunspot. Um,
They're trying. I mean, they kiss at the end of Motendo.
more than that, but they kind of cut off before you could see
You
it.
think so? That's what
They
happened.
like laid down.
I mean, that doesn't mean.
They were just sitting on the bed kissing, and then it just
Maybe they
like
just wanted to relax.
yeah, okay,
Because I've been there.
yeah, okay.
There. Now, yeah, because like, well, yeah, more. Yeah, name someone who isn't trying to like get with someone in this show.
Bishop.
Not yet.
All right.
Just I don't know. I think everyone's just trying to get with each other. It's kind of weird, but maybe why not?
But yeah, so the Motendo thing was fun. You get to Life Death Part 1 with Forge and Storm. Forge is going to build a machine to give Storm her powers back. She goes in it, doesn't work. And then she kind of gets mad at Forge because Forge is making the stuff that cancels the mutant powers for the FOH or whatever they're called. Um, but they have a whole argument. I can't remember exactly what happened, but eventually some giant owl creature shows up, and apparently it's one of Forge's like villains. I think it's called the Nemesis or something. I can't remember.
Is it an owl? Cause it looks like
It's an owl.
It's an owl. Okay, I thought it was a crow.
It bites Forge and like infects him with something, and then it captures Storm, and that's where the episode ends. It fun episode, but it really didn't move the plot forward, and the whole Cyclops and Jean being there really like put a bummer on it. So I don't know.
I'm not gonna fully dig on this episode considering it's part 1 of a part 2, but I like who knows? Maybe it's like maybe there's gonna be like a bigger picture here because once you watch part 2, it's like oh, let's make part 1 like a lot better type deal, and that I don't want to go on it that hard. Nintendo definitely could have been better. I wish there was like more references to the X-Men games.
Yeah.
Because it's all like if you're going to do the reference of them going to the arcade machine, why not have Magneto? Correct me if you didn't say this. I swear you didn't, because I would have like caught it and been like, "That's awesome." In the arcade game, Magneto says the funniest line ever. Well, it's not even really funny, but it just doesn't make sense. He's like, "X-Men, you've come to die," and I wish he said that, but he doesn't. And I was hoping they would be like some, I don't know, just more references in it, but
Yeah.
it's whatever.
They get a Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were on the back of a poster that was on behind them.
I saw that, and the intro's different this time. You get like a different intro.
Yeah, the Marvel animation has a new intro now.
Yeah, which I like that.
It's like the Marvel Studios song, but with like different. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, but I guess we go ahead and rate it. What would you rate?
Are we rating this whole episode or just
We're rating the whole episode.
Okay.
What would you rate episode 4?
So it's at 7.5.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
7.5. That's a big dip, but
it is a big dip. But I was because the thing is, I don't want anybody to get the idea.
I'll forgive it as long as this is the only bad episode.
Like I don't want to give anybody the thought of like I could skip this one, which don't because it's still good. But I don't know. It was kind of jarring because I was just like, oh, all right. It's kind of a different quality there. Thank God I waited till Friday, so I don't have to wait that long for.
I watched it like the minute it came out on Disney Plus.
The minute.
3 a.m.
Oh, dude, I was just like, no, you fell asleep.
Did I? I cut it on. I cut it on.
You told me you cut it on, but you didn't even watch it because you fell asleep.
Yeah, I remember
3 in the
cutting it
morning.
on.
I don't blame you.
I remember cutting it on and falling asleep, and I think I watched it when I went back up. Hit this table one more time.
I forget. My feet is like 16. I got 16 size foot, man. Oh, don't tell nobody that. But like,
they just heard that. I'm not cutting.
You don't cut. All right, whatever. I mean, I don't know. It's just it. I'm just praying next week's is
It was
better.
good, but it could be
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll end it off there.
Life is good, but it can be better.
better. All right, let's get into the news. Um, we got a decent amount of news, starting with some more X-Men 97 stuff. According to Can We Get Some Toast, reliable insider, the X-Men will get new suits by the end of X-Men 97. Probably the like
Uncanny.
that's what I'm thinking. Like the next step after the '90s suits, whatever they were.
Yeah.
So Wolverine's gonna get that like what was it? He's got like I think he had like a shorter like
It was
thing.
a okay. The only thing I really know is
Storm will probably get the black suit.
the one that really shows up in my head is always Cyclops' suit, where it's like the blue. Um, I'm trying to remember what Wolverine did wear.
I thought he had like a suit that had like a shorter like.
I think it was
black.
a shorter one. It was more like it was more like a kind of like a big eyebrow, kind of.
Storm's gonna get a black suit probably.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Well, apparently they're getting some new outfits, but I mean, obviously, grain of salt. We don't know. They've been unreliable in the past. But yeah. Sam Raimi's in the news this week. He says that he wants to direct Secret Wars, but he hasn't been asked to yet.
Why not?
Let me read his quote that he said.
I mean, well, I know you just said recently as well. Like
He said, "I
Spider-Man
love
4.
90% of the Marvel heroes. I wonder who that 10% is. That I've read in the great Stan Lee Marvel Universe comic books. I would love to work with Marvel again. I hope they had a good experience with me. They haven't asked me yet. I hope they do."
Yeah, I'm assuming they liked working with him. I
I
mean,
am
Kevin.
of two minds of this. I would think Sam Raimi doing Secret Wars would be really cool, but could he handle a movie of that big of a scope with so
I think
many
he
characters?
could.
And Sam Raimi didn't watch WandaVision to make Doctor Strange too. So what's going to think that he's going to watch all of these new other stuff to set up all the stuff?
Yeah, but I mean, did the Russo brothers do the same thing with it?
I mean, they watched enough.
They
That's all made a decent amount of the movies.
they've made what did they make beforehand? Because the only thing
They
I know is
made
they made
they
Winter
made
Soldier,
Winter Soldier, Civil War, and then they had a hand.
Infinity, and Endgame.
Yeah, and he's
And,
only made Doctor Strange.
but not to mention too. I'm 99% sure because you can't just put all. Not to mention Russo brothers was two guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a lot of help. And I'm
And they
not.
probably watched the
And
stuff.
I feel like if you're director of Avengers Secret Wars and is it still called Kang Dynasty or is it going to be so they are renaming it?
Yeah.
Okay. With those two films or if he's just doing Secret Wars, remember how James Gunn came along to help with scenes with the Guardians?
Mhm.
I feel like something similar might happen, you know?
Maybe. I think I don't know. I mean, we know the Avengers movies they start filming next year.
Yeah, maybe it might.
Well, they're gonna start. They start filming at some point next year, but it's gonna be a while before they come out. They're just doing them early. But so I mean, we'll see with that. But I don't know. I guess I'm of two minds. Like I would like it to happen, but I also think that he might not be.
I wonder where they're going to film.
I think
I guess
the producers of Loki season 2 would be better, but.
Well, hey, bring those. I mean, hey, I'm cool with those. I love Sam. I think Sam could. I want Sam to handle Toby stuff, and that's it. That's really what I want it to be.
Let's look at this next piece of news here. We have a little bit of Madam Web concept art that shows a certain character that was supposed to show up in the movie. Tom Holland's Spider-Man was going to show up in the movie and fight the villain, but they cut it.
I wonder why. Do you think they filmed it and they just cut it, or it was
just
cut?
Concept, and there's another shot of it. There was more. There was a leaked spider suit too.
It's kind of weird. It had 10 arms on it though, instead of 8. I don't know.
It was gonna be the like a new Spider-Man.
And it's weird he's wearing that suit.
Yeah.
And not the one he made. Or maybe it's a different Tom Holland, but
true. I don't know. I thought I'd mention that. I thought it was interesting. I still haven't watched Madam Web. I'll wait till it comes on streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Daredevil. But I gotta get more set photos. There was some set photos out for the new Daredevil show. It finished filming. I can go ahead and talk about this now. So I think it's the next thing. It will be a 2-season show now instead of just one 18 episodes thing. They're splitting it in half.
Okay.
The first season just finished, 9 episodes. Um, and
That
let me find these set photos. We can talk. Here they are. Okay.
that's cool. Like the first, that's like the first.
Oh my gosh.
It looks so good.
I gotta like. What in the
It
world?
made it smaller.
Okay, sorry, chat. I called you guys chat. That's our name for our audience now. This is chat.
I'm fine with
So some Punisher action. What is popping up on the screen? Yeah, so we got some Punisher set photos. His outfit looks what I expected. Some pictures of him and Daredevil walking together. Some of the people in the crew were seen to be wearing hats that had the 2D symbols on
that.
it.
Yeah.
Making people think that he'll be getting that by the end of the show. You have to earn it.
And
There's this set photo with Charlie Cox, girl that plays Karen, and John Bernthal, but no Foggy, which is something to be aware of. Because the rumors are something happens to him. Anyway, uh, okay, but yeah, some set photos there of Daredevil. Pretty cool stuff. I'm hearing we got a slight glimpse at the show from some Disney investor meeting they did. It was like a literal 1 second
And him just like
clip of him just like doing this action, like, and I'm like, okay,
Well,
yeah.
pink.
I'm like, okay.
It's cinema.
But yeah, Punisher and Daredevil, they're finally reunited ever since the second season, where he said "see you around, Red," and he never saw him around.
Now he's back around.
I know this is gonna be peak. Sorry, but them two together, it's always great. But yeah, there's also some other set photos of this. Some police officers. This Officer Cole North in the show wearing Punisher symbols. They're doing the Punisher cop thing.
Yeah.
But
And
I think they've probably redone.
They got those. We're gonna talk about the badges they got.
Yeah, they have like this Mayor Fisk patrol, like metahuman or superhero patrol thing. So he's sending out people to take out superheroes, which is setting up Spider-Man 4 most likely. Yeah, but that's that. It's pretty cool. It's finished It's wrapped filming. Will be out next year. Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk Fantastic Four. We got a lot of Fantastic Four news. Some of it fantastic, and some of it maybe not so fantastic. But we'll see. Yeah. So first, there is a poster, which you guys will see up on your screen.
On your birthday, they released.
Yes, on 4/4. It was a birthday present. Marvel always releases stuff on my birthday. I've noticed every year.
They released one thing for my birthday, and it was the worst possible thing ever.
What was it?
The trailer to Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh.
Which at the time I was like, oh, that's cool. But then I saw the movie. I was like, oh.
Well,
it's a bad gift.
A Happy 4/4 Day poster with the Human Torch, in this cool little like fashion that the other poster was in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few things. I mean, this is all cool, right? Human Torch design, or what it would closely look like. He's got the lines. The outfits they were wearing in that first poster, I guess, are their outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool.
It's cool. It does give like the lines of like the classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's got all that. But what is most important on this poster is on the bottom half. Is this. This is New York City, but it's not our New York City, which confirms that the Fantastic Four is taking place in an alternate universe, like we talked about. I have a theory. I think based off of a piece of news, which I'll just go ahead and mention it now, that apparently they're famous already in their universe when we meet them. I think that because this movie is them like is more exploring space stuff with them and all that. I think they're already the Fantastic Four before they get their powers. So it takes place in the 60s. From what we've seen, it's like 60s futuristic aesthetic type thing, and that was the whole space age, sending people to space.
Yes.
They are the first people to go into space.
Yeah. What was it called? Oh, you think they are?
I think they're the first people to go into space.
Okay.
To explore.
Not like a Neil Armstrong.
And they call them the Fantastic Four as like a nickname,
and
they send them up, and then they never return. And then we find out. I guess that maybe they come back and then, or they some I don't know, but eventually Galactus, Silver Surfer, and all that. But that's my theory, and I think that makes sense.
So
I
they
also
come.
think this movie, based on everything I know, it's a vibe. I'm gonna say that. If it's
Okay.
anything, this movie will be a vibe.
You think it's an alternate dimension?
Yes,
Okay. Now, what's
and then
now? I
we'll
got a
end up
question.
in hours at the end, most
Okay.
likely,
Question is.
leading into Secret Wars,
Okay.
Kang Dynasty.
So now I got this question. Oh, do you think they get sucked up in like cut hole like how Monica Rambeau did?
It's possible an incursion could happen.
Yes, that's what happened. Now how does Doctor Strange know what the Fantastic Four is?
There was a band called the Fantastic Four in the '60s.
I wonder if that's what that was
Well, because he
referencing.
knows he loves music. Remember in the Doctor
Yeah,
Strange
yeah, he
run, he
loves
knew all
music.
that stuff. So that's probably what that is.
Uh, Unless there was a maybe there
It
was
could also
another
just be a
group.
little reference.
I mean, there could be another group of Fantastic Four that went up to space too, but they like really
Well, that's what also
they just
explain
die.
having to be from another universe would explain the whole thing of like, well, if the Fantastic Four exist, how come we haven't even heard of them yet?
Yeah,
This is why, because they're not in our universe,
yeah.
but they are in another.
Now, I love these posters. They look great.
Yeah, I hope they do. They should be doing one every once in a while. I can't remember what the post was. Everyone's saying they think they'll do one for the Thing's birthday, which is coming up soon. They'll do one for Father's Day for Reed and Mother's Day for Sue and stuff like that.
That'd be good.
But yeah, so a little bit of that, some futuristic stuff going on here. It looks cool. I'm happy with the way he looks.
I love the way it looks. Yeah.
Yeah, the actor that's playing him joked around earlier today that he's going to set himself on fire every day to prepare for the role.
he method acting at its
Yeah.
fine.
Heath Ledger could never. I'm sorry.
He just could
That was
never.
rude.
Jared Leto could never.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. He might honestly.
But yeah, there was that. So we get the little poster. News came out, and this caused a lot of controversy. I was also upset about it. I'm still like not. I'm less upset than I was, only because I've realized what's going on.
Hmm.
Because this is a plot. It's a plot reason for this, and it doesn't mean that we're getting a character taken away from us. But Julia Garner has been cast as Silver Surfer. She will be playing the Shala Ball version of the character in Fantastic Four. Being in an alternate universe, this is the Silver Surfer of that universe. It's his first Norman Rad's first love interest in the comics. She was in Silver Surfer #1.
Hmm.
Um, she's getting the the power cosmic, whatever it's called. Um, but this doesn't mean that we won't be seeing our normal Silver Surfer,
Yeah. Norm. Yeah.
because that's probably the Silver Surfer in our universe.
Hmm.
And once they come in, that'll be the one that they meet. But for right now, it's her. But in the comic, she gets the power from the Franklin Richards version of Galactus. Franklin Richards, Reed Richards' son, turned into Galactus at one point.
Yeah.
And she gets the power from him. Which is interesting that we're hearing that they want to cast a Latino actor to play Galactus when there's a Latino actor playing Reed Richards.
Oh, you think it's gonna be his son? Because he is older, so you might. You think him
And we and
What is this? Sue supposed to be pregnant?
Well, we're gonna get into
Oh,
that
sorry,
now.
my man, my
We'll
man.
get into that
I'm always
now.
ahead of the news,
You know,
man.
Franklin and Valeria Richards, their kids, son and daughter, they're the goats, by the way. If you've read any comics with them in it, they're great. They're, I think it's Valeria. She's like insanely powerful.
I think I have like a what if comic about like Franklin and yeah.
Yeah, but they're apparently set to appear in the Fantastic Four. The team will already be established. I talked about that. And when Sue Storm is first introduced in the film, she will be pregnant with Franklin. He's gonna be born in space. So there's that.
As
He's a space baby.
oof, space baby. Think they lose him in space and like he
Hey.
flies away.
Franklin.
Then boom, Galactus.
He just like
baby just.
But yeah, so I think that's really what's gonna happen. You get this whole Galactus thing. They meet Galactus in another universe, and they're like, "Oh man, this guy's a problem." Galactus hasn't been in our universe yet. He hasn't come to attack yet, but he attacked this other one, and they're like, "Well, this is a problem. We need to prepare for this in case this happens in this new universe, and help these people to be prepared." And then eventually it'll happen. They'll build up to Galactus.
And Avengers.
Doctor Doom. I'm curious if he's at the end of the film, like we've been hearing, then that means he's in our universe. If my theory comes true, obviously it might not.
Do you think they go up to space with Doom? Like how they?
I don't think they'll do that. I think he'll stay like down. I think he might be the one that funds it.
Probably. Yeah, I guess the
Um,
Fantastic Five doesn't. Right?
yeah. But yeah, obviously I have a thing that says the Fantastic Four is a retro futuristic aesthetic inspired by the '60s. Do you know what I mean when I say that? It sounds like a vibe. And like it sounds like a fun and it's being done by the person who did WandaVision.
Which is perfect.
So there's
And they got every decade just
yeah.
to
So
feel
I mean,
perfect.
that works out.
Hmm. Like
Um,
say WandaVision's mid all you want, but like the set design and the feel was
the
perfect.
thing is, every Fantastic Four movie we've got has sucked. Like even though I kind of like the early 2000s ones, but they still aren't good movies.
They're not good, but something about it's like a little charm. And I
Yeah.
think it's really the actors interacting with each other rather than yeah.
But one thing that it needs is that Jack Kirby cosmic space sci-fi.
60s, but
Yeah,
yes,
that's something that it's always needed. It can't be grounded like those movies are, because that's
it
like
needs to be funky.
it has to be weird and wacky and
Funky
stuff.
space
And
stuff.
so that's what we're getting now.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be something fun.
Oh,
I'm excited.
not fantastic. It needs to be
It's
fantastic.
gonna be.
Say, say again.
I was edited in, I guess. I don't know. One last thing for Fantastic Four. Lakeith Stanfield, actor. You might recognize him from some stuff. He's been in a few things actually. Him. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in. I know he was in.
Sorry to
Get Out.
bother you. I've seen that. That's a great
He
movie.
was in Get Out. I know that. Uncut Gems, Knives Out, Death Note, Harder They Fall. All this
Uncut
stuff.
Gems. That's a good movie. Yeah.
Atlanta. Yeah, but he was in that. Apparently, he posted on Instagram when they announced the Julia Garner casting. He was like, "I thought it was going to be me, but okay, I guess." But then he immediately deleted it after.
Kevin.
Yeah, which makes me think he was cast and he didn't know that they were casting a second
Silver
one.
Surfer.
Yeah, or his agents were like,
Hold up.
Shut
Either they told him here, don't throw shade, or hold up, you got cast, but
Yeah.
let's explain real quick.
So, that's what I'm thinking. Apparently, he deleted that. But he might be our Silver Surfer.
Mm-hmm. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
But yeah, that's some Fantastic Four news. I'm excited. I'm gonna check that movie out. See how they do. I want to see what the Thing looks like. It's like my main thing, and see if they have good stretchy VFX. Because like them old ones were
Like Toy Story.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Marvel Studios live action X-Men film is going to begin production in Q4 of 2025, according to Production Weekly.
So pre-production, that would be what stage? I guess script writing.
Well, pre-production, yeah. Well, script writing and getting all casting.
You're in
and
film
stuff.
school, so you know.
And getting casting and all that stuff. Yeah, they're supposed to be meeting with writers right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're working on X-Men, but it is going to be a while before we see the movie.
Yeah, a hot minute.
They're working on the bigger stuff earlier.
We probably won't see it till early 2020 at the earliest.
Yeah, it'll be after Secret Wars. But that's fun though. So they're doing X-Men pretty soon. Might be able to get some casting information eventually. According to Charles Murphy, Marvel is reportedly currently searching for a director for Armor Wars. It's still happening.
I volunteer.
What do you mean you volunteer?
Yeah, I volunteer. I'll make a War Machine movie.
I just had to explain to you how to work a Canon camera.
I'm learning as I go.
That's not even a film camera.
It's one of those bulky things. I don't even have to control. I just gotta sit and go, yo, that shit over there. That's all I gotta say.
But yeah, so Armor Wars is not canceled like we thought. It's still happening.
That's good. That's good.
I'm
I'm excited for that. I need a War Machine movie in my life.
I need more Justin Hammer in my life.
That's what he does, right?
But yeah, so that's that. And finally, end of Marvel news here. A little bit of a thing here. Alex from the Cosmic Circus did say this. He said, temper your expectations for Deadpool 3. There's going to be some cool stuff in it, but it's turning into a multiverse of madness situation. He said, it is not an X-Men reunion. That was the original plan. But he said, it is not that. Temper your expectations. Made a lot of people upset, but also that's what happens when you hype up a movie.
I'm sure it's going to meet some people's expectations, but I don't want people shouldn't.
I'm just there for Wolverine.
I'm there for Wolverine.
If Cyclops isn't in it, I'll be mad. But like
I feel like you're going to get them. I think it's going to be above a multiverse situation But a multiverse situation, Multiverse of Madness was like insane. Um, the only one I even believed would be possibly in it was Toby, only because of like Sam Raimi being behind it. I'm like, I'm sure they'd like allow him to do that. But I knew like Nicolas Cage and that whole Tom Cruise thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't believe that. Now, I believe you're going to see most people. Like you'll definitely see James Marsden come back. You're going to see
Well,
Halle
she
Berry.
posted a picture right when they started filming of her. She dyed her hair white.
Yeah, like
But
you'll definitely see her come back. Trying to think of who like you might Fantastic Four cast. Like I know Michael
Jessica
Chiklis.
Alba, maybe. There's still that rumor that she'd be playing John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic's wife.
Yeah. I know Michael Chiklis was saying like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm not.
No, she'll probably be the
Which
only
I
one.
hate because you think Chris Evans.
No, I don't. Well, maybe. But
See, I can see that. I like because I know that one guy who played Reed. His like schedule was full or something like
I
that.
think that's really it, though.
Hmm.
I mean, we won't probably get that many big. I mean, some older villains, but
Yeah.
that's about it. But
Or
yeah, just tone it down.
tone it down. I'd say just expect the OG X-Men to come back.
Yeah,
I'd say expect that.
yeah. Movie comes out in 3 months.
Yeah.
Now, a new trailer should be in May, I think is what it was.
Hmm.
Next month.
Ugh.
Speaking of trailers, oh wait, let me make sure. Yeah, confirmed. We talked about this, I think, maybe last week or touched on it.
Hmm.
But the Joker 2 trailer is confirmed to release on Tuesday the 9th.
Do we have a time? I'm assuming
No,
10.
it's just at some point on Tuesday.
Yeah.
There's a poster. Reveals the title and the subtitle, the little like movie description title, whatever it's called. The World is a Stage comes out October 4th, 2024.
Phoenix Gaga.
Yep. And some Harley and Joker. Joker smoking a cigarette.
Where?
It's,
Oh, it's
yeah.
by the camera. I was like, man, he's living the. He's like, he is. You tell me he's in love with Lady Gaga,
Yeah, and
smoking a cigarette, wearing a nice suit.
and
He's
so
living a
that's
dream.
yeah. So it's a fun poster. Some people were like, "This is a terrible poster,"
So it looked like
because
it looked AI.
it looks like a Boss Logic poster.
God dang it. That's funny.
Um,
It does look like one of those like fake.
yeah, but I think it's a good poster.
What in the world? Sorry, I just saw that AT&T Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that low off? I'm like, what is this?
But yeah, so Joker 2 trailer coming out. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Definitely I want to hear some of these musical numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Harvey Dent's in it, or Harvey Dent's dad, is running for her district attorney. So, I mean, I'm interested to see that.
Do you think we'll see any other villains?
I hope we see the Riddler. I don't know. Condiment King.
Baby Riddler.
Yeah.
That's what we'll see.
As an infant.
Solving a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. But yeah. So Joker 2 trailer coming out. We'll be reviewing that next week. Let's talk Superman. This guy right here. Okay. So I have a screenshot. There were rumors going around of Superman. Apparently in Superman, James Gunn's Superman, Lex Luthor creates Ultraman, which is a clone of Superman, who like is like Bizarro, who will then like be the main villain of the movie. That was the rumor that came out.
Yeah.
And My Time to Shine Hello, who is very unreliable with their DC takes, by the way, corroborate on it, said they've seen it and all stuff. James Gunn came out and said this. Everyone was upset about this, by the way. People are saying this movie's gonna be trash now because they're doing an evil Superman clone, and it's not Bizarro, it's Ultraman and all stuff.
Yeah.
James Gunn said this: the primary protagonist of Superman is shockingly Superman. The main villain of Superman is shockingly Lex Luthor. I don't know where all this stuff is coming from. That it's something other than this. There are so many stories coming out every day, it's difficult to deal with, and every time I strike something down, I'm giving it attention. So I'll say again, don't believe anything unless you see it here, and why would you want to know everything before the movie comes out anyway?
Yeah, I don't know what's with these people just not taking his word. Like do not believe anything because he has to like keep repeating himself. I think at this point he should just stop talking and be like, "All right, you think what you think, but me." And someone's like, "Hey, James, what do you think about this?" He'd be like, "Well, stay tuned.
Yeah.
See you next year. You'll find out."
Everyone's saying
Because it's
the
ridiculous.
response to this was, well, he's lying because he never actually debunked it. He just said it's not the main villain.
And
And I'm like, there's no winning.
there's no
I mean,
well,
I even if it is in the movie, I'm fine with it. I know a lot of people aren't. It's like Bizarro. I mean, if they call it Ultraman, it's like Lex Luthor be like, "Well, you're Superman. This is Ultraman. He's better than you in every way."
yeah. As far as we know, that could be literally a little plot point in the movie.
Yeah, and he
You
creates
know?
this clone, and they'll fight at one point. But I'm pretty sure the clone will eventually become Bizarro, and then maybe we introduce the Crime Syndicate later in the future of the DCU, and it's Ultraman back, and they're like, "Oh, well, this version of Superman that Lex created worked, and now he's the leader of the Justice League.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
created his own Justice League."
Exactly.
Um, which actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. But um, I just like thought.
James gonna eat your heart out.
Um, but yeah, that's what I think is going on. Though I'm pretty sure he probably will still be in the movie. I'm guessing, maybe not. So I won't be surprised either way. But Lex is the main villain. Of speaking of super stuff, we got a director for Supergirl. Um, Title change, by the way, probably because in the articles it's just referred to as Supergirl and not Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Speaking of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, comic book of the month. Go check it out. Really good book.
This ain't like Thunderbolts. Like, oh my god.
Supergirl asterisk.
New title change, everyone. Oh my god.
um, Craig Gillespie is in talks to direct Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Craig, what has Craig worked on?
What you be working on, Craig?
I know he's made a couple movies that a lot of people really liked. Um, yeah, so he's also talked about he's won awards for outstanding directing. Uh, okay, so he made Cruella, which apparently everyone liked, because it made enough to warrant a sequel. It's coming out. He made Dumb Money, that Seth Rogen and Paul Dano movie, and he made this movie which everyone loves. Apparently, I've never seen it.
I know the story about it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, he made those movies, and apparently he's doing Supergirl. Um, I would try to find the pictures of like the way those movies look because they look nice.
Mm.
But
Thank God it isn't. What's her name? Who did Wonder Woman?
oh, Patty Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins. Yeah, I did not.
What?
I did not like her, man. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so he is doing Supergirl. Apparently that's the title change. They changed Superman from Superman Legacy to Superman. Supergirl from Supergirl Woman Smart to Supergirl. I'm guessing that'll be a thing for every movie.
Yeah.
It'll just be like Swamp Thing, Authority, Batman Brave and the Bold will probably turn into um, Maybe like, I'm thinking they couldn't do Batman and Robin because that would be like, well, but
Batman and Nightwing.
I
Just
think
call it that.
I think they might call it Robin and Batman because like I think they'll do that. Robin and Batman.
Oh, they ain't gonna call it that.
Why? They can't just call it Batman.
I know, like, yeah, but I mean, what's the first one called? Isn't it called like?
Batman.
Is this really just called Batman?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna call it Robin and Batman. I think they're gonna call it like Batman Cape Crusader.
Well, no, most of these movies are seeming like they're getting rid of the subtitles.
Well, for now, but I mean, like, what can you do with Batman? They're gonna call it Robin and Batman.
Call it The Dark Knight or something.
I can't do that. What's wrong with Batman Cape Crusader?
Because that's the name of the show.
You can't do any Batman name. You can't, you just have to call it Bruce Wayne. That's what you have to call it at this point.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Um,
If someone uses that, just use his middle initial.
yeah, so that is that. The film is set to start filming in Q4 of this year after Superman is done. So it starts filming this year.
All right.
Speaking of stuff that's filming this year, John Cena will be filming for the second season of Peacemaker starting in June to November. They're filming a lot of stuff this year. Apparently, there's one other thing that they're doing too, but we don't know about it. I can get well. It's not Waller because he said he doesn't have a script for that yet.
Like Supergirl, they might kind of Not film, but like, oh, you said just filming?
It's not authority because I don't think he has a script for that either. From what he said.
Is there any Supergirl?
No, he said something other than those.
Oh, other than, okay.
Well, or someone said that at least. I don't remember if it was him or not.
Maybe Lord knows if you even know about the project.
Yeah, true. Someone asked him about the live action Teen Titans movie. They were like, "Are we getting it? Can you debunk this?" And someone was like, "Is it true that is that fake?" Is what they asked, and he liked the tweet. But we also got news that there was a writer for it, so it's obviously not fake. So I think it's messing with us.
Yeah. James Gunn's all like, also don't believe what else I say either.
But yeah, unfortunately, Lois Lane has been recast in Superman. Actually, Ira Cornsweet will be playing the character now. Let me go. How would I do this? Screw it. I'm getting up my phone. All right. We'll find it.
I can't believe this happened.
I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know. That is, you can kind of see it.
That's a hairy woman.
That is the dog that will be playing Lois Lane. He has his own account on Instagram, and it posted headshot that got me cast as Lois Lane. And Rachel Brosnahan commented and said, "Rub it in, why don't you?" And apparently there's this rivalry going on now between them. It's not real, obviously. It's a dog.
As far as you know.
maybe
she hates that dog.
Funny. David Cornsweet's been putting out on Instagram that he wants the dog to get residuals from all these like mentions he's getting on Instagram.
Yeah.
James Gunn was like, "Why?" But yeah, there's a lot going on. There was a picture posted originally when Rachel Brosnahan was like, "I'm sad to say that I've been recast as Lois Lane." All the stuff with the picture of the dog sitting in her chair. But behind the chair was a red thing draped across the back. And someone asked James Gunn, "Is this the cape?" And he said this in emojis. That's what he said.
He said this.
I don't know.
You say the thinking emojis.
I don't know.
Who said this?
It's what he did. It was like this. I don't know.
That's thinking.
But that seems to be the cape. It looked good. He also said that they are 18% through filming, which is a weird number to say, but happens to be on April 18th was the day that Superman first went on sale. And he said,
that's why I pulled it up. I was like, I wonder if he knows.
And he said that a reveal is soon.
He didn't give a date.
But it's interesting that he chose 18.
18, yeah, we're 18% done. And that I think.
So I'm thinking there's a suit reveal or some kind of reveal on the 18th. A new poster or something.
It'd be cool if there was a poster, and it better not be like I swear, if it's just a kid looking up in the sky, there's a red blur.
It's peak.
It's peak. No, it's peak. But like, I'll be pissed because I want to see the suit.
We already saw part of the suit. Well, we already know the colors of it.
Yeah, but I want to see the whole thing. I gotta see the tidy whities, man.
I'm hearing that he's got. I'm hearing that he's got like. I don't know. There were like rumors that he had like a trunk, but he doesn't have trunks, and I don't know what that means.
I wonder if it's like
some people are saying he's got like the Batman type underwear.
Oh, the tidy whities.
Yeah,
I always like Superman with the kind of like the boxers.
Well, I don't think they're doing that.
Yeah, I'm cool with either. The Batman.
I don't know. That's what I can compare it to. Lord. But yeah, so suit reveal soon. I'm interested in that. And one final piece of news here.
Yeah, I'm about to see.
There was a wax figure of Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn revealed at Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I first thought you just what it said was just wax figure of Lady Gaga. I'm like, what's something new?
No, she's as Harley Quinn, and it doesn't look great, but it's there. So it's a wax figure, but this is like kind of an idea of what it looks like.
What's she gonna look like? It's kind of creepy looking. Makes me like uncomfortable.
There's no good pictures. I hate my computer. What? Okay. This is what she actually looks like. But this is a little bit of her as Harley Quinn, it seems.
I can't wait to see this trailer. I don't think we're gonna hear a musical number. I think if I have in my head just picturing of what it's gonna be, you will hear one of the songs in the background, and there's gonna be like
You just
Yeah, it'd be like the first teaser, right? Um, it'll play like one of the songs. It'll be like one of the slower songs or whatever. I'm imagining, and then you'll see like different stuff of the story, and then there'll be a boom at the end. They'll go along with the beat of the song of cutting. It'd be like them dancing or something.
Yeah. I could see that. But yeah, that's the end of the DC news. Let's go ahead and throw you guys a commercial.
Enjoy.
Got the urge for something awesome? Follow the Hulk to Burger King. For a limited time, get the new Hulk Kids meal box with not one, not two, but 3 secret compartments and your own action toy. Got the urge? Get to Burger King.
Welcome back. Okay. Other news. I don't watch Invincible. I haven't
don't
watched
either.
season 1.
I was waiting for season 2 to finish this whole thing
Let's
so I can
finish
watch it.
it.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm ready to watch it here Monday.
But I've never watched it. Or do I plan on it really? But
It's good. I recommend it. I know you're animation Nazi or whatever, but like I don't know what that deal is because I think animation's like some of the best storytelling you could ever get. And you can't tell me no, it's not. When you literally play like Final Fantasy VII,
that's a video game.
that's animation.
You play that.
That's animation.
You play that.
Okay, you watch a movie,
and they look real.
So
they look like real.
well,
Fake people.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.
But movies are different. Movies
No,
are
it's
real
not
people.
different. It's like, look, you're telling me the part where Bruce Wayne and Batman Mask of the Phantasm, he's crying at his parents' grave. You're like,
That's sad, but like, okay, it doesn't make me cry.
that's tough.
It would make me cry.
That's tough,
I'm like,
Bruce.
oh man, that sucks. But like,
One of these movies.
I'm only sitting. I'm only there for the.
Wait till
performance.
Creature Commandos comes out and you'll bawl your eyes out at a moment.
No, I won't. We'll bet money on it.
You want to bet money on it?
Yes.
Clip this and then put it in $100. Creature Commandos.
That's way too much.
It's too much money. I gotta pay rent. Oh no, what's it come out like?
$4.
Here, 20 bucks.
20 cents.
$20.
Oh.
$20. Creature Commandos gets you like. You don't have to cry, but like a. Dang.
Not gonna happen.
$20.
Not gonna happen.
Clip this and put it on a YouTube short and pin it. If you
Anyway, in Invincible, apparently Batman shows up, but it's like not Batman, but it is Batman.
Like Spider-Man shows up.
Yeah, but it's not Spider-Man.
It's Agent Spider.
Yeah, but according to my time to shine the low, it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be Spider-Man. I wonder if it was. I like to. There's some people that like to give the benefit of a doubt. I really shouldn't give him because he's a Snyder fan. But maybe it was supposed to be Spider-Man at some point, but just something happened.
It's possible.
You know, because I mean, literally, I straight up, it's when Invincible meets Spider-Man in the comic books. Apparently, his dialogue is like exactly the same. So, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I thought I'd mention that though. Something fun. Yeah. Okay, on to gaming. A lot of Suicide Squad stuff this week.
Can we go with the Avengers news first?
Yes, that's what's on there first.
That's according to I read SS as Suicide Squad.
Oh, no. That screenshot. So I know I need to look at a screenshot. Okay. So Miller, the GOAT, came out with some more Avengers news. He said this. In late 2019, Jim Meskimen, who I'll look him up for
Yeah, because you said you got like mad. Like, this guy, or not that he was the.
No, maybe it will be better. He's been in a lot of DC animated stuff. He's also voiced Is he the mayor from the Grinch?
Because is he the mayor?
I don't.
What was the mayor's name?
Sorry, hold on. Let me go to IMDb.
See, mayor from.
Wait, no, that mayor was like overweight.
Oh no, dude! You know who this is? Is that freaking like Mr. Incredible? Or
Jim Meskimen?
yeah, it is the
He
guy.
was a recurring character. He was in Whose Line Is It Anyway? The British one. He's in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's worked with Ron Howard on those movies. Hugger Still Christmas. Let's see. He was Officer Houlihan.
Oh, so this is not.
He was in 6 episodes of Fresh Prince. He was in Parks and Recreation for 7 episodes. It's Martin Hauser.
What's his gaming? Um,
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is Nigel Thornberry.
oh, I guess he plays Nigel Thornberry in the show.
Oh, he was Eeyore and Merlin in that Once Upon a Studio Disney short that they did. That was good. I recommend that if you haven't seen it.
Speedstorm. So he's done a couple.
He's been in Young Sheldon.
Dr. Nicholson? No, that's not. He's in one episode. Okay, so he's not.
He voiced Genie
he's
in
not
Disney
Mr.
Speedstorm. Welcome to Chippendales. What? Destroy All Humans 2 reprobed additional voices. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 1, he was Nigel Thornberry. I know police officer in Scoob.
Marvel Dimension
John F.
of
Kennedy and
Heroes?
Dwight D. Eisenhower in Superman Red Son.
Hold it, go down because that's a Marvel game. Ultra. So he's voiced Ultron before.
And Ultron in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
I never played that game, but I'm assuming
Commissioner Gordon in Scarecrow and Batman vs. Ninja Turtles. Beyrul in Constantine City of Demons. Ron Howard in Family Guy. Looking Marvel Powers United VR, he voiced Ultron. What in the world? Okay, I'm getting into weird stuff now. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, he voiced Ultron and Ultron Sigma.
in what?
In MVC Infinite.
From what I remember,
he's also voiced some characters in Fortnite, apparently. Ultron in Avengers Assemble. He voiced characters in Final Fantasy 15.
Here.
He voiced Ultron in that. What?
You can hear. I got it right here. It's just voice lines. So it's like gibberish. No.
Yeah.
Yes. What?
Yeah, so he's been in a lot of stuff.
So he's voiced Ultron
He
multiple
voiced
times.
Mr. Freeze in Justice League Gods and Monsters. Somebody in Batman Arkham Knight. Yeah. He voiced a lot of stuff. Just Batman and Lego Movie video game. What? SWAT officers and Batman Arkham Origins. So yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. A lot of voice acting.
Well, he's played Ultron before, and he clearly knows.
That was him. He plays Christopher Walken impersonator and Tommy Lee Jones impersonator in Community. I forgot about that guy. Okay. But yeah. But the news is that he recorded dialogue as Ultron for an ultimately canceled Marvel's Avengers Season 2 content update. Season 2 would have started after the War for Wakanda. I mean, it would have been She-Hulk and Captain Marvel and Winter Soldier and all that. A later attempt to salvage this work for the game's famously delayed Patrol mode was also ultimately canceled when development ceased in early 2023. Because they didn't have the budget after War for Wakanda to do any more story content. So, yeah.
Why don't I'd rather get curb stomped than to ever hear that ever again.
Yeah. We still don't even know what all Miller has for his article.
I know he still hasn't come out.
Well, he's not doing the article, but he's making a video about it.
He's making a video and like doing it like personal. I gotta react to that. You
Yeah,
talk about me
we'll see
like
if we
flipping
can
the
get-
table.
We'll see if we can get him onto the show or something.
Yeah, and then like talk about with it. That'd be great. Oh yeah, ask him the question, dude. We're doing that now. You heard it here first. We're doing that.
Well, we already discussed this.
Well, we're doing it really now.
But yeah, there's some Avengers news twice in twice in a row. I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah, twice.
There you go.
God, please be good for 3.
Canceled Batman game. We'll touch on this a little bit. I didn't watch too much of it.
I saw a bit.
Monolith, people making the Wonder Woman game, were making a Nolan-verse Batman game. Don't know what it was called.
Was this before Arkham Asylum
I
or
don't know.
City? Okay.
But I mean, it looked okay.
I know it was an unfinished product and all that. It didn't look bad or anything, but I'll tell you what, Gotham City just looked like a regular city. It didn't look anything interesting.
Yeah.
But
but it was a canceled game. I don't know much about it other than that, but definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it. There's clips all over the online about it right now.
Mhm.
We got a lot of Suicide Squad stuff to talk about, starting with this. Easter suits are out. I hope you've got them because there's only one a day. You got to log in to grab it. Today is Harley as we're recording this. When this is out, it'll be over. So all 4 of them, or 5, I guess now. definitely go pick those up. Landon forgot his King Shark, but
I did
I
forget.
got all.
I did forget my King
I
Shark.
haven't got the Harley one yet, but that's today.
Dude, I was babysitting all day yesterday, and I was just like, I'm done.
It was still out at like 10. It was still out until like two today.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, but it was too late by the time we realized.
I didn't know. I thought it was literally just by the day.
No.
I didn't know that.
It's whenever
Well,
update.
all the L. All the L.
But yeah, I'm gonna do a stream eventually once I get them all. I'll do another grinding stream and I'll show off all the Easter stuff. But they're pretty cool for free skin. I wouldn't have bought them, but I'm happy they're free because they're pretty cool for free skins. I hope they do that more for other events. I want like a 12 Days of Christmas thing.
Halloween one.
Yeah, I like different events like that. We know they're doing a Pride one. In July, I think, is what it got pushed to.
That's weird.
Because
Pride's in June.
I think it got pushed because of the whole like delay that they had to do with the seasons.
Oh,
and so it got
makes sense.
Everything got kind of messed up. But this is why Easter is a week late.
I know. I noticed. I was like, oh, a week late, and yeah, they are cool skins though. That King Shark one is weird looking.
Fun.
Deadshot one's great. That's like the best.
You don't like African American King Shark? That's what people are calling.
Yeah, that's what they call it, African American King Shark. I love that. That's funny.
Deadshot one's my favorite. So
Deadshot is the best one. What's the Harley one? I'll find out later today.
Oh, okay. But there's that. Yeah. So this next thing here is gaining a little bit of traction. 32,000 views so far. There's a community notes article released by the Suicide Squad community. They've come together to bring light to a lot of issues and things we want fixed.
Yeah.
I'll read through this before I read through the...
Is there one to dismantle weapons?
I'll read through this before I read through the exciting part of that connects with this.
Okay.
It said, hi, developers of Metropolis. Due to the current state of the season of the Joker, the community has come together to bring light to some many issues within the game that we'd like to see fixed. The community wants to see this game flourish, so please take our criticism into consideration. I'll go ahead and tell you now, my codex issues are not in this. I'm going to cry.
What was this with your codex again?
None of this stuff is unlocking. Boomerang's Bleeding Edge, let's see, has been nerfed. I don't know, I think it's one of his moves. Has been nerfed from dealing too much damage when using a sniper rifle or shotgun. Yet now the talent only does 1 damage over 10 seconds.
Oh my god.
Reward screen dismantle items feature. The community would like a dismantle items feature after the mission completes.
Yes.
Similar to the feature that's implemented with Aaron Cash and the care packages. More inventory space. Many players had to delete many of the items they grinded last season to have space for, which I'm facing that issue now. It's annoying.
I am too.
For the new items due to the lack of inventory space. Hall Justice Mailbox. A delete feature for the items that are moved to the mailbox due to full inventory so that players don't have to claim items just to delete them while it's in their inventory. Additionally, there should be a delete all, claim all, and mark all as red feature.
Yes.
More Battle Pass XP should be rewarded the higher players go in incursion levels.
Yes.
We have news on that after this.
Okay.
Incursion scaling. Enemies in the incursion missions deal too much damage to players versus the lack of damage that players can deal to enemies. There are numerous complaints of how enemies are able to one-shot players in incursions as early as level 40. Tanks and helicopters are impossible to kill at high mastery levels. Additionally, enemies' range is far too great and makes high-level incursions overwhelming. All enemies are aimed at the player, yet they're able to shoot one shot and shoot at very far distances. We feel like you want us to lose. Proposition for incursion leveling is to scrap the idea of infinite incursion levels and make a level limit, yet make it more balanced to where enemies don't deal as much damage in early levels. At max level, we earn another currency that can be used to do harder incursions, and those incursions are expected to be harder, with more mutators, but balanced and still fun. Weapon damage. Base weapon damage for majority of weapons are weak and underwhelming. This is true. The main reason players choose certain weapons in their builds are solely for the perks it comes with and not the base damage of the weapons. The higher the incursion level, the less viable weapons become. The weapon damage should scale to enemies. That's what I did with my Polka Dot Man grenade. Mm-hmm. It was not the best damage, but I went on there, messed with all the perks, and got it to where it deals pretty good damage and has a bigger range of explosion.
Yeah.
Which was nice. It's really good. Limited build variety. Build potential is limited this season due to certain mutators making only certain types of builds viable this season. This hinders creativity and variety for players. The idea would be make more sense for raid-like missions, but not for only the in-game content this game currently has. Contradicting perks and mutators, it's talking about they don't work with the mutators and perks that some characters have. Joker is a burn specialized character, yet burning enemies takes 50% less damage. So like that, why would you do that? Enemies take 50% more damage from critical hits, yet critical hits hurt you for 2% of your maximum shield. Enemies are immune to Venom Frenzy, yet crazing breaks enemy shields, which is like the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't if they're immune to Venom Frenzy, crazing comes from hitting them with Venom Frenzy enough times.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're immune to that, then they can't be, their shields can't be broken by it, so it doesn't work. Previous builds were nerfed, and everyone doesn't like that. Clan member limit, more members of the clan.
Yeah, what was it? It was like just 6?
16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah.
And that's that. And they tagged everybody and said, appreciate your consideration. The community hopes for more communication and cooperation to make this game a great one. And Axel from Rocksteady responded with the eyes emoji.
So you saw, yes. Yeah.
So it seems like all of this could be coming to the game very soon.
I need that dismantle as soon as you finish it. That's been like my biggest complaint.
But yeah, so there's that. There was a dev update this week, which we'll talk about now, which gives us some more information, stuff they're changing. Starting with this, let's go into that. Hello, people of Metropolis, now that we're a week from the release of Season 1. In this update, we wanted to cover some of the biggest topics we've seen among the community and provide some updates on coming changes and fixes. We're aware of several issues that our players that have been experiencing from Season 1. They plan to have fixed them in coming updates. Below is a non-exhaustive list of some of the most discussed known issues with fixes coming in our next patch, which I'm guessing is Tuesday. Raising Hell issues. A number of players have been experiencing issues preventing the Raising Hell playlist from completing, which I'm not having that issue. But,
yeah, I haven't had that issue.
Invisible Joker. I know why this happened. It's for people who bought Joker and then played the Brainiac mission as Joker, but then turned Joker invisible in the cutscene after. That was the reason.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Okay, but like when you play
it normally, it's fine.
Yeah.
But that's for the people who were impatient. That's what you get. Instead of grinding.
We were grinding, we won.
Like, I'd rather have grinded than spending $10, but this was me. Black screen issues. Apparently people are getting black screen with audio still playing after loading the game. I'm not getting that. And Steam Deck and Linux issues, but nothing about PC issues, which is a bit of a...
Miller is...
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget. I'm sorry, this thing's new.
Yeah, most recent patches prevented the game from being played on Steam Deck and Linux, but the game isn't supported on there, but they're taking steps to resolve it. I'm like, why? Okay. They're continuing to work on fixes, improvements, as well as monitoring community feedback for future patches. Upcoming balances. This is good stuff. This is following their feedback, the stuff they're implementing. Craze immunity changes. Enemies are no longer immune to Venom Frenzy, so there you go.
Good.
Fix that.
Yeah, I think like one of my weapons like kind of messed up with that.
Crazed enemies take 50% less damage. Crazed immunity has been renamed to Crazed Tolerance. Pain suppression changes. Damage reduction has been reduced to 50%, down from 95%. Burn and poison buff. Increased damage over time for burn and poison at higher mastery levels, which is good. Because Joker's a burn character, so you get some good stuff. Double Battle Pass XP.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
Increased drop chance for master items at higher mastery levels. Damage reduction from Nightmare stacks gained from the Tier 3 Scarecrow Infamy set bonus has been increased to 20% from 10%.
That's good.
They said they will continue to monitor community feedback on desired gameplay improvements. And then they go through how to unlock Joker.
That Battle Pass XP, that's a good one. It's been taking like way too long, and especially
I'm leveling up pretty quick. I'm going up 3. Well, not for the Battle Pass, but I'm going up.
That one, the Infamy, that level.
I go up fast on that.
Yeah, I'm good with. Yeah, you do a mission, you go up one.
I actually go up. I'm doing missions on the mastery I'm at, which is like mastery level 9, and I go up like 3 each time.
Really?
Yeah, so
that's good.
It's pretty quick.
The Battle Pass one takes forever. You gotta do like it feels like 6 missions to possibly get up one.
That's why my whole thing is I'm going around, I'm shooting the drones to get the care package stuff, and that gives you Battle Pass XP. And I'm going taking out the rooftop stuff whenever I see it. I'll do a couple incursions, and that'll level me up. It talks about how to unlock Joker, which I mean I'm not going
easy to do.
It explains the difference between episode rank and mastery level, which is pretty simple. It talks about damage reduction and affliction resistances, which you talk about status effects and afflictions. Strongholds. The strongholds are like the cannon that was on the map, and the terraformers and all that stuff. And this is the next big thing. New stuff started popping up early the other day. Some cheaters. The entire top of the leaderboard for Suicide Squad were all hackers.
Yeah.
And they had like all these points. It was crazy. They completed an incursion mission in 12 seconds. Which obviously is not possible. But all this stuff is going on with these cheating. They're revealing cosmetics. They're able to access some Deathstroke stuff, even though he's not in the game, so there's no like character model for him.
Yeah.
They're able to like access all this. And this is what they said. Over the last few weeks, we have identified a number of accounts that have bypassed our anti-cheat systems to gain an unfair advantage, most obviously when taking top leaderboard spots. We have now taken action against several offenders who have engaged in practices that violate our terms of service, giving them a temporary ban and resetting their accounts. Any further infractions from these accounts will result in a permanent ban. We thank you for your patience as we continue to monitor this situation. That's all for this week. Thank you for joining us in Season 1. See you in the Elseworlds, Derek and the Rocksteady team. There's some good
They ain't playing.
there's some good stuff. Mostly the Battle Pass thing and the burn being better. That's gonna really help my build. I'm happy about that. But yeah, so that's this week's dev update.
I like it.
Um,
Okay, you know what I can't wait for? Bring up in our
This is
gaming
free.
news is
This is free. Sorry. I'm ready for that.
This is free. You ready for that? I'll tell you what. I don't know why it occurred to me. I saw your like WB account. I was like, man, I'm ready to talk about some multiverses again. I know we talked about it not that long ago, but I'm ready to see I'm ready to start playing that again. That's gonna be really hyped.
Yeah. Speaking of, by the way, of WB account stuff, issue 3 of the Suicide Squad prequel comic, Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum, is out. Go check that out. You get a Scarface puppet weapon doll thing.
Weapon charm.
Apparently, the ventriloquist dies in this comic, from what I've heard. So that's why. Because every time the character dies in the book, you get a weapon doll that's like for them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Who was last?
Great White Shark.
How did he die?
I think Deathstroke killed him.
Okay.
I think he stabbed him.
All right.
And Victor Zsasz got his head bit off by King Shark, and now I guess Ventriloquist dies in some way. Next, Mad Hatter, I guess, dies in the 5th one. Because he's one of the dolls, and I can't remember what next week's is. Yeah, I don't remember. But
Oh well.
Miller has been out. He got mad. They were DMCAing. WB was DMCAing a lot of people. Or actually, a couple people.
He was pissed. And
Yeah, and
understandably so, I'd say.
Yeah. And he's upset. I completely forgot to talk about Alan Richardson wanting to play Batman, but it's fine. Oh my gosh. Impromptu news. Danny DeVito says he wants to star in a new Batman film alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sure.
Do it.
Honestly, I'd also be okay with him being the Penguin again.
Yeah. Let me pull up Miller's account. He said this about all the Suicide Squad stuff. He decided to drop a bunch of things because all the stuff was going on about DMCAing and WB taking down these leaks, and he said this: if WB Games hates leaks, then this next one is going to have him seething. And I'm like, uh-oh. He dropped the hardest line on all of Twitter. And this is what he said.
It broke Twitter.
Spoilers if you don't want to be spoiled for Suicide Squad, but I'm pretty sure you do. So
Well, here, should we just end it off real quick before she'd be like, thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you for joining. If you don't want to be spoiled, we'll see you next time. But if you do want to be spoiled and know what's coming, it's nothing huge, but it's kind of huge. Right here now. Here we go.
He wanted to take down WB.
According to Miller, multiple sources at Rocksteady tell him that Kevin Conroy recorded dialogue for Suicide Squad Kill Justice League's post-launch campaign before his passing. He said, Batman returns to Metropolis in Suicide Squad's upcoming 4th season after being rescued from a medieval-themed Elseworld of supervillain Brainiac's design, joining the Flash and Green Lantern as the Justice League continues to reform following the events of the game's campaign. Season 4 of the game is currently slated to commence in January of 2025. The season also brings Deathstroke into the fray as a new playable character who is of two minds about rescuing the man who humiliated him in 2015's Arkham Knight. The story concludes in the game's 5th season when the reassembled Justice League join forces with Argus to end Brainiac's multiversal reign of terror. Sources tell me that this will likely serve as the game's finale, with the recent Season 1 doing little to reignite sales. Which it's getting an ending. So that's literally all.
At least we're getting
like, I'd much rather it end then than go on through another story, because also there's that point where it's like, well, this is a lot for one game. This is like 2 games in one at this point. But if you just have this one complete story, you're like, oh, it's fun. And now let's go on whatever.
When you're doing a game like this, you definitely want to be ahead of the curve.
Avengers never got an ending.
Avengers did not get an ending, and that's because
So at least it's gonna be satisfying at the end.
At least it'll be. That's what Avengers I think misses, because they dude, Square Enix was so like, this thing is going to be the most popular thing on the planet, and there's no way it could fail. It underperforms of what they thought it would. They forget comic fans are they'll spend their money on anything.
Well, this game, Suicide Squad, I don't want to say it underperformed because I really don't think it did. it did on PC, but it's more of a console thing. Sold a lot on PlayStation. From the leaderboards, there's upwards of 110,000 people playing just this
And
season.
it was the
right?
highest pre-ordered.
Yeah. So I mean,
Um,
it's sold okay. It
I
didn't
don't
sell
want,
great.
yeah, I definitely don't want to say it's a failure, but I'm still gonna say it's an underperformer of what
the
they thought
hate
it would
the
be.
hate campaign against it is what eventually will kill it. Then again, we don't know. It will take a miracle, but we don't know if this game it could be like something crazy happens season 2 or season 4. Batman comes back and everyone's like, "Oh, this game's amazing!"
The
Oh my god!
episode, I think, episode 2 and season 2, episode 1 and 2. That's what's gonna have to really, because I'm not that I hate the game, but I'm kind of. But I don't know if I'm just like in a mood right now where I
Like
just
you're in a
don't.
mood.
Yeah, I'm more in a mood where I just don't feel like playing it. You know, 'cause I enjoyed when we played it, and Joker's fun.
Yeah.
I just I don't know, so I want something new with it, and episode 2 having that is it PvP
Oh, it should be at some point during that. It'll be like a separate update,
I-
like a mid update
between
between
2 and 1
Yeah.
of season. Okay,
Yeah, it should be like
see, and I'm looking forward to that because the gameplay is great. So you tell me I get to like me and you can
And
like
we
fight
get
each
another,
other.
Yeah, we get another motion comic during that, sets that up, and that's when they reveal Green Lantern, I think.
Mhm.
So,
And I'd love
so
that.
before that, we should get information about the league being alive still. But
So I'm interested.
Miller, someone asked, wait, 5 seasons and 13 Brainiacs? Something doesn't add up. I'm missing 2. And he says this: Deathstroke has been working for Amanda Waller behind the scenes the whole time.
Okay.
Which makes me wonder, which sets it from Arkham Origins, we know that. Makes me wonder if that Arkham Origins post-credit scene takes place, like, in the future, but, like, during Suicide Squad.
Amanda Waller sure looks different.
True. But then that was like, a redesign.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe. But she said he's
got
been
great
working with
surgery.
her the whole time, and he has already killed 2 Brainiacs off-screen when you meet him in Season 4.
What guy doing that
That's
solo?
That's Deathstroke.
He's been doing that solo.
Which is fun. I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, it's so unrealistic. That's stupid. Like, why would he do that?" I'm like, this is like the comic book wackiness of like, of course he did.
I know it's like you're reading comic books. So you
Yeah.
gotta accept
Someone
it.
asked Miller. He said, "Now, if we really want to get back at WB, who are the other 4 characters? Are the lockers for other characters in the hall and all that?" He said, "Will we ever get them?" He said, "The other playable characters I've heard were on the table for season 6 and beyond are Killer Croc, Katana, Poison Ivy, Black Manta, Scream Queen, and Gorilla Grodd."
I want that Killer Croc.
I just want that Black Manta. No.
That's our new mains. Ian Dross.
I tweeted-
Dross and anything.
Well, we're not getting them though.
Maybe.
Well, if we're not getting a season 2, we're not getting a year 2.
I don't think
This
we
will be
are.
for
What do
after
you-
Brainiac.
Now let's ask this. What's the next step? What do you want them to do next if
After
Suicide Squad?
another Justice League member game, not Batman.
You think they'll do a Justice League game?
No,
Because well, no, WB's into that live service
not yet.
thing.
I don't think they'd throw in a huge Justice League game immediately after Suicide Squad. I think they'd go like a Superman. Everyone wants a Superman game,
I don't know why they won't do it.
or
Well,
they'll do a Green Lantern game or something. I don't know.
now, I mean, I don't know. WB wants that live service thing going on.
I don't know. I don't think they do a live service. That's just me though. Yeah, so there's that. He also said this. Someone said, so wait, what I'm reading is the League is fine? He said, well, they're being experimented on by Brainiac. Flash has like a whole Peter Malark thing, which is from Hunger Games, where you rescue him, where he can slip back into the brainwashing, which is one reason why Victoria puts him in a cryostasis pod while they fix his brain. So he's going going in and out of the brain.
Of being good and bad.
Yeah, so it'll just
Okay.
like switch on us all of a sudden.
It'd be kind of imagine like a cool moment.
Just like walking with him and he's fine, and all of a sudden he's just like trying to like.
I'll tell you,
stab
you know, it'd be peak. I'm gonna tell you peak right now, and it's gonna be the final boss of season 5. Imagine there's a part where you get the lead together, and you're all trying to get the last member, which is it'll say Superman, right? And you beat Brainiac, and you finally do it, but Brainiac has a backup code, so you Justice League
You're gonna
spawn.
fight all the league. At the
You gotta
same
fight
time?
all the league at the same time,
That would be crazy. Oh my gosh.
but then. And you gotta fight the Flash, Green Lantern. Like imagine the Flash fight with Green Lantern, the Batman Demon, and Superman, and then you start fighting them, and then there's gonna be a point where you purposely get knocked down. And Wonder
Oh,
Woman comes in,
you are
and then
not
you
about
take
to-
them out.
What do you mean the donut? What do you,
That's
you ain't
the
having
one-
that.
that's the
That's
one.
not happening. That music ain't happening. But Yeah, but with that though, I will go ahead and say that we are done here. So, thank you all so much for joining us for this episode. Talk about a lot of good news. Not too much bad news.
I mean, I can't think of any bad news besides, I don't
Just
know.
the existential dread of Suicide Squad ending soon.
Yeah.
Unless it
I came up with a good finale though.
maybe.
They're all good, but then they
I
switch to
think
being bad.
I
And you gotta fight
think
all of them.
we'll play as the Justice League at the end, in like a
Wow.
special thing. And,
I wonder how you do that.
well, apparently there were rumors. I think Miller might have said he hasn't seen anything about this. He heard like some whispers, but he said he doesn't think it's anything. But apparently there's someone found some like move sets for Batman and Superman. But like I don't know.
That's gonna piss me off if like we play the game, you play
You
them as a
play as
minute, but
them,
that's
and
it.
that sets up whatever's next.
The Justice League game.
No.
Why
A
not?
Superman game.
Why? Dang it! Why
it's probably
not?
only Batman and Superman, and then you play as Superman in the next Superman game. That's my thoughts. Anyway, we got to end the episode. So thank you all so much for joining us. If you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. It's DARIENH4404. Instagram at the Comic Burrito _official. Facebook at the Comic Burrito official page, and Twitter at the CB Burrito.
Yeah, you can contact me at Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Very interactive on all platforms. Come over and we'll cry together over Marvel's Avengers, as I do every Friday
There you
night.
And streams will be back soon for me. Do Suicide Squad 1 at some point. Sly 2. Landon's still trying to finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Watch me cry.
It's been 7 months and he hasn't finished it.
It's not been 7. I'm trying, dude. When you work and you make money, it's hard. I get sleepy. All right,
Yeah,
I get
well-
sleepy.
Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Excelsior!